Hey everybody, happy Sunday night, February 4th, day 35 on Carnivore. So, as you can see from my thumbnail, that, what was that? That was like, it was supposed to be a lion's roar. Anyway, it's more like a vegan lion. But soon, I'll be a meaty lion. But not right now, I guess. Anyway, I'm going on the lion diet. I made this decision last night when I was at dinner. Remember I showed you on Saturday night at Palisade, I had that rack of lamb that was great, and then I had that 16-ounce ribeye. Yeah, I had so many sirloins in New York, so I forgot how delicious a ribeye was. So that fat just melts in your mouth, and it's great. And even a prime rib done well, sometimes with that big pile of fat on that bad boy, that's really good too. So anyway, I just loved it. And I thought, you know what? Much like me shaking it up in January, right? Where I started out and I fell off the wagon a couple of times, as you saw. And then by January 9th, I had gone from my starting weight of 282, I had gained weight up to 285. And then I plateaued for like 9 days. Then it was January 18th when I shared with all of you, hey, I'm laying off the butter and the heavy cream for a while. No dairy for a while, and let's see how this works. And within 24, 48, 72 hours, my body thanked me, right? So I started to lose weight consistently. And it made all the difference. I just felt more alert too, more awake, more alert. It was great. Lots of meat, and I was still having, fish, a variety of seafood. I'd have some, maybe some clams or something like that too. I had a couple of times, but it's all so very good, and I balanced everything out. No butter. I knew at that moment that's what I wanted to do. But then last night, when it was all that meat and that variety, lamb to cattle, I decided I'm going to make February my Lion's Diet month and see what I do, right? Still no dairy, just meat, salt, and water. And I think I'm going to shake it up with bison, lamb, and then cattle. So probably a New York ribeye, prime rib, something like that. I'll shake it up a little bit, but I don't have to have the chicken or the bacon or the other stuff right now. For me, I'm an engineer, right? So I've read so many things. Remember the video I did this morning about should you go dirty keto or dirty carnivore, right? And of course, it's your journey. You can do whatever you like, and I'll cheer for you. But when I gave you two books, this one right here, Keto Continuum by Dr. Annette Bosworth, right? And then also this one, boom, Carnivore Cure by Judy Cho. Both fantastic, completely different approaches. And then people have that aha moment of going on an elimination diet, which is what Carnivore Cure is. And that's what really sparked my interest. And really why I went carnivore anyway was an elimination diet. Because I had itchy skin, I had a few bumps on my forehead and my cheek, and it was just, what's going on? But that elimination diet made me a true believer that not having spinach, broccoli, and several other things that just irritated my skin. And it made me kind of itchy, dried out my skin. I don't have dry skin now. Even with this cold weather we've had, I've always had dry skin, but I don't now. I'm eating full meat. So I'm proof here in the simple fact that my own experiences for 53 years, I know what I have and haven't done and all the little things that I've tried. And guess what? My goodness, the answer was right in front of my face. Eat meat, water, salt. There you go. And it's like, okay. Now for me, fish is fine too, and chicken and all that. I don't have any reactions when I eat those, but for the month of February, the rest of February, the 4th on, I'm going to focus on the lion diet. And I'll see at the end of February how I feel. in March I may continue, or maybe I'll add salmon back in, and maybe I'll have that, okay, meat, and then a meat and salmon type, kind of shake it up. I don't know. But all I know is I'll focus on lamb, cattle itself, a good cow, and then probably some bison. I may get some elk too. We're fortunate in the Pacific Northwest, we have some great butchers, and they carry a variety of things for us. And it's not that expensive compared to buying all of these other condiments, the mustard and ketchup and mayo and butter and bread and all that stuff just to make one little 2-slice of meat sandwich. None of it's good for you except for the meat. And even then, processed meat isn't good for you. So the sandwiches, just, eat meat, real meat, right? Or if you're going to have a turkey sandwich, fine. Have real turkey, roasted turkey, not sliced turkey that's been pressed and whatever. So, as you'll find, those 2 books that I shared, the ruminant animal really, probably overall, from what I've experienced now, from what people have said, cause the least amount of inflammation or issues. And so that's why it's used like deer, bison, elk, cattle, lamb, ruminant animals. That's why people use those the most. So, because some people are allergic to seafood, or at least shellfish, and depending on where you get your salmon, there could be shellfish around on the cutting board or whatever, and some people are really allergic to that. So you just have to be careful, know your body, and make a diary every day of what you're doing, right? So, that's it. That's what I want to do. And I have to work on my lion roar, obviously. So it's not a vegan lion. I'm a truly strong, victorious, meaty lion. That's right. Anyway, so that's my big news. I feel fantastic. So Joel, that's exciting. But what did you have today? Aha, I'm glad you asked. I couldn't decide what I wanted. And all I knew is I love that ribeye from Palisade last night, so I had another one. I went to my local Black Angus steakhouse, and I did a 16-ounce, here it is right here, 16-ounce ribeye, and then an 8-ounce sirloin. So a couple of different textures there. Obviously, the sirloin's a lot leaner, but they were both delicious and well prepared, and I wolfed them down. I swear, I have right behind my ear here, there's a vacuum switch. Wow, where did it go? I was amazing. But I'm satiated. That's the key. If you eat fattier meat, I don't have to add the fat. And I'm just having a lot of aha moments here as I go on into week number 5 and then 6. Yeah. So February is going to be a fun month. How are you doing? Welcome, new subscribers. Once again, we have a few more that joined yesterday and today. I really appreciate it. So wherever you're at, if you're just 20 pounds overweight, 10 pounds overweight, or 200 or more pounds overweight, you know what? We love you. Thank you for being here. We're cheering for you. I get it, Let me tell you, I'm still classified as morbidly obese. I should be 100 pounds lighter. So technically, 100 pounds more, or 100 pounds or more overweight is classified as morbidly obese. Now, doctors are trying to change that now, or more, maybe the overall medical system is, because that just sounds harsh. Well, sometimes that's what we need. Sometimes we need a little jolt in the tuchus. So, thank you for joining the channel. And besides, you can always trust a fat guy, except with your lunch. I would say, are you gonna eat that? If it's, you can just package it and mail it to me. Oh man, I never was one of those guys that would steal a lot of stuff off people's plate. Hey, look over there. I wouldn't do that because I was a polite fat guy. Well, not that being fat doesn't make you polite, but if you go back tomorrow, I think it was May. The video that I did, it was Raw Truth. It was episode 2, right? It was me with a baseball cap on, and it's kind of a darker background. So you watch that video, you newbies. It was about 18, 19 minutes, and you'll see some of the things that I've gone through. People calling me names, all of that stuff. And you have to take that stuff in stride, right? This is a safe community. So many things. Bella, the steak and butter gal, safe community. You know, Dr. Ken Berry, Dr. Sean Baker, Dr. Anthony Chafee, so on and so forth. Great people to be around, connect with. And eventually here, I'll be doing live chats with all of them too, I'm sure. But I need to prove this to myself and everyone else that I am going to stay consistent this time. So, 6 months in, when I've lost 40, 50, 60 pounds, whatever, remember, it's okay if it's a slow progress. 1.5 to 2 pounds a week is safe. It's fine. If you're very large, if you're, 200, 300, 400 pounds over your ideal weight, well then, if you're transitioning to a keto or a carnivore diet, it's going to be a little bit easier at first, meaning you're going to see big loss. Say I lost 28 pounds in a week and a half. It's pretty significant because there's so much water weight, right? There's so much inflammation. There's so many things. Your body is going to detox from a lot of things, right? And so that first month, you could lose 50, 60, 70 pounds. I've seen it, and it's amazing. But if you don't be disappointed. It's okay. A couple of pounds a week, and you're going to be fine. Give yourself a 2-year plan. Be patient, It took how many years to get to the size we're at, and so it's not going to happen overnight. So, begin with the end in mind. Where do you want to be a year from now, and then work backwards. Now, start towards it. Anyway, I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. And happy Sunday. I am going to prepare for tomorrow and kick off a great week. And my lion died. Oh, it's still creepy. And I'll let you know how my week goes. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining again, all the newbies and everyone that's been here a while and commenting. I really appreciate all of you. I really do. It's it means a lot to me, and your feedback helps motivate me, and helps me grow as well. So God bless you guys. Have a great night. Bye.